Hello learners, and welcome to week 13 of Modern World 2. We'll continue with totalitarianism. And this week you're completing checkpoint number 4. It's your DBQ introduction, and just remember to request your content assessments whenever you feel prepared. I've had lots of learners do so. We just need to continue with that. Okay, essential questions. How did totalitarian leaders contribute to the breakdown of democratic ideals, and how does totalitarianism connect to our world today? So you can see here we are working with the introduction, which is number 4. And what you're going to do is write the introduction paragraph for your DBQ essay. Your introduction will be used to provide you feedback on the skills of your introduction. So you're going to break it down, and you can go through it then and justify your score after you wrote your introductory paragraph. Okay, and I found this video on some totalitarian regimes throughout the years that I thought might be a little bit of good information for you guys to have. So we had a little technical glitch there, so here we go again. Hopefully. 1 second. Okay, I think the sound starts here in a second. Okay, so hopefully that gives you a better idea of totalitarianism and the different regimes. And of course, some of you guys are studying Stalin, some of you guys are doing Hitler, but hopefully that'll give you an idea. And it does go a little quickly, so you can always pause it if you would like to. Okay, so at CPDLF, we have decided that the learners, you guys, we're going to give you guys some learning strategies. And each week, the science, the history teacher, the English teacher, and the social studies teacher, did I say that? English, science, math teacher, we're going to throw in some learning strategies throughout the next month or so to try to help you, better yourself, be more self-directed, teach yourself how to study for your exams coming up. And the first one we are going to do is called Test Myself. So you're going to remember more by testing yourself. From flashcards to practice quizzes, testing yourself is one of the most effective ways to study. So let's get learning. Okay, so what is it exactly? It's using flashcards, writing summaries, test questions, using objective questions, testing yourself while you learn. And testing yourself shows you what you know and what you need to review so that you can build your knowledge and hopefully pass the test. So how it works is using the flashcard, you can write some key terms from the content, key people, concepts, questions. Here's an example, how tall is Mount Everest? And on the back, it tells you 8,848 meters. And then what's nice is you can actually make like a yes pile and a no pile, which can become your study pile. And I do this with both my sons that are in kindergarten and third grade. The kindergartner has sight words, and we have piles of what he knows and doesn't know, as well as sounds and letters and different things. And the third grader has more things like science terms and health. And we make him make the flashcards up, and then we go through them throughout the next couple of weeks so he's ready for his test. And then here's some more things. Use notes to make questions up. Copy the questions from the different classes. I use questions provided in the textbook, which, you can go back through and look at your lessons, and you can create some of your own questions. What helps us memorize stuff better is a constant retrieval of information from our long-term memory. The more you try to remember what you've already seen before, like studying your flashcards. My husband has kind of almost like a photographic memory. So what he does is he can write things down, and then he can look at them, and then they're kind of in his brain forever. He can go back and see the page that it's on. And some of you might have this ability as well. You can actually visualize where you saw the information before and then pull it out from there, pull it out from the book, or pull it out from the lesson. But if you go back and keep reviewing it, that's why I tell you guys, print your lessons, take notes, and then you have stuff to review. And if you go back through and look at it, it's going to be a lot easier when you go take the test. Here's another thing. These are books and then the authors with the information. That's nice to, study the different things. Maybe you're having a test on different books that you've read. And with math, what we do is we go back and redo some problems. Maybe you've printed out some problems. You can look at them again. You can do them. My son's lucky because he has some extra review at the back of his book before he takes it. So we can get online and we can kind of go over it and practice it again. When to use it. Most students wait until test time to study, but this is not what you should be doing. You want to test yourself between 5 to 7 times before taking an assessment. The first time you should actually, go back and look at the material after the lesson. So maybe, you went through, you did the lesson, just go back and sort of refresh yourself on it, and then keep going back over the next week or two and making sure that you remember it. Okay, why it works. Every time you learn something new, your brain stores new information in your memory, but there's so much information stored that sometimes it's hard to remember something that you need. This is why we want to try retrieval practice. I know sometimes I'm like, oh, I remember that, but I just can't, recall it right now. I know it, but if you keep going back and testing yourself, it's a strategy that helps you with both learning and with studying, and you can more easily retrieve the information. Okay, here are some helpful videos. I'm not going to play them now, but I will include my slideshow, so go back and feel free to look at the flashcards, the both flashcards videos, and hopefully you'll gain some helpful hints. Okay, again, your course breakdown, just working through everything and answering your class launches in Google Classroom. Okay, and you can see we're just working our way right through. This week we did the introduction, and we just keep moving on week by week. Okay, so any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. And if not, you guys have a great week. Okay, thanks. Bye.